Welcome back to CBS2 News, Sunday morning, June 2nd. Well, as the fight to fund libraries in New York City continues, the American Library Association points out that's not the only issue the institutions are facing. There are efforts to censor at least 42,000 books in schools and libraries. The number of titles targeted surged by 65% last year compared to 2022 numbers. And titles representing the voices and experiences of the LGBTQIA+ community, as well as people of color, made up 47% of those targeted in censorship attempts.
And that's one of the reasons why the city of Hoboken, New Jersey, voted last year to become a book sanctuary city, essentially banning book bans. And joining us now to talk about the program and how important it all is, especially this month, is Hoboken Public Library Director Jennie Pu. Jennie, thank you so much for joining us. We want to start by congratulating you. 2024 Librarian of the Year Award from the New Jersey Library Association.
Fantastic.
So happy that you're here. Tell us a little bit more about what book sanctuaries are and why they're so important.
Well, I also want to add the city of Hoboken and our library trustees were also honored with the highest awards. So proud. Real simple. Book sanctuaries are a space where we collect endangered stories, we make them accessible, we hold events about them, we talk about banned books. And yes, they're in libraries. City of Hoboken was the first book sanctuary city. There are 4 now cities in New Jersey, 24 book sanctuary libraries in the state of New Jersey, and more joining us.
So how and when exactly did the Hoboken Public Library become one? What was sort of the impetus for that?
Sure. Actually, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary. Last June, the city of Hoboken and the library held a banned book readathon. It was a beautiful event, and after that event, we decided we need to make a bolder statement. And following the lead of our great sister city, Chicago Public Library, which did this in 2022.
My hometown.
Yes,
So she looks
Chicago.
at me. She did her research, I could tell.
Oh, yes. We're all library friends in our profession. We decided to become a book sanctuary in August. So August 23rd, we declared that. The city followed suit 2 weeks later.
I know what you're doing in Hoboken, and any book sanctuary is so hugely important to the LGBTQ community, this being Pride Month. I know that it feels so scary to so many that there are places that are the opposite of a book sanctuary, and these book bans continue to happen. Why is it so specifically important, the work you're doing for the LGBTQ community?
Well, as you said earlier, nearly 50% of the titles that are being challenged are about LGBTQIA stories and voices. So we would love to see book sanctuaries all over the country, not just in New Jersey and Chicago and Florida, but everywhere, so that these voices, their stories, are told, and then kids can read about themselves in these books.
So, for people watching, what can they do if they want to get involved?
Well, there's a few things they can do. They can become a book sanctuary too. Not just a library. You could start your own book sanctuary on a bookshelf, in a room, in a kitchen. Of course, if you're in a library, you can go to our website. We have an FAQ on how to become a book sanctuary. And quite simply, you can read a banned book. Read about a banned book. Talk about it with your friends. That's the most important thing, for people to talk to each other. Of course, visit your public library.
I love that you can start small.
Yes.
You can be a book sanctuary in your own living room.
Yep.
And that's how it starts oftentimes. Jennie, thank you so much for being
Thanks,
here. We really
Jennie.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And we have much more news still ahead, including another check on your Sunday morning forecast with John Elliott.
He's been outside all morning long at the Queen's Pride Parade as they get set to get underway starting around noon. That is footage from last year's event. We expect some of the same fun and excitement as we saw last year in the hours ahead on your Sunday. Stay with us.